It's Face-Off Friday. You got 49ers. You got the Bills. Sunday Night Football. I got Mike. Bam is here. You ready, baby?
You damn right.
What's going on, 49er faithful? Happy Black Friday day of shopping. If that's what you still do. Some people still get up at the butt crack of dawn. I don't even know if the store's open at the butt crack of dawn anymore. Mike, you ever been Black Friday shopping? I'm just curious to know.
I did it one time for my aunt, and I will never do that again.
I'm just curious to, like, what was the item? Because usually you go because you're getting one item to beat because there's a doorbuster thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the first people in line is probably like 10 if you're trying to get that, depending on which doorbuster it is. Now, back in the day, it used to be TVs, stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure it was a TV that she wanted me in line for.
Yeah.
And it was cold. I spent some hours and hours and hours out there at this place. And then what I found out is it don't matter if you're first in line. You got to be first to the item once they open the doors. So none of it made a difference.
They had to have changed it after that because usually the first in line get a ticket for that item. So
the staff wasn't outside when I pulled up the night before.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That would have been cool. That would have been dope if they did had somebody, here you go, here's for the item.
Yeah,
because then I could have left because I got my ticket.
No, because then I guess. You might have forfeited your ticket. Like,
I want to call my auntie and ask her what that item was and if it was worth it. I don't even remember. I don't remember.
You should call her and ask her. That Black Friday shopping is something that, some people is traditional. I remember growing up watching my mom and my aunt do it, and then like once I became an age to do it myself, it was a thing. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember being out there one year and it was too cold, Mike, and I said, I'm not doing this shit again. And then I remember it got so bad. One Thanksgiving, Mike, they had like a Black Thursday before Black Friday. So they literally made you get up. You had to eat Thanksgiving dinner early. Go ahead. Oh, he got me on mute.
All right. You remember that Black Friday you had me go somewhere and sit outside?
Yeah.
What was the item that we were waiting for?
What was the store,
I was waiting
too?
for? Or what was the store?
I believe it was Toys R Us when the PlayStation was first coming out.
Is that what it was? I don't remember what it was, where it was. Did we end up getting it?
We did, but not that night. And I was mad because I made you sit out there for fucking nothing. I was hot about that shit.
All right. I'm on the air live. I didn't even tell you, but my man is asking me if I ever did Black Friday. I said I did it one time for my auntie, and I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous.
All right. I'll talk to you later. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
You know what it is though? It's like a rush, man. Like to be the first to get an item, and then you know what? It's all a facade too, because after you get in the store, depending on the store, because I remember Best Buy and like the line in the store to check out was ridiculously long. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, all this, and so if you got there 2 a.m. to open the door at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., whenever they open the door, you ain't leave the joint till like 10 a.m.
Right.
So that's 8 hours, bro. You there at 2 a.m.
It's a whole work shift.
Nah. Mm-mm. Hell nah.
It's nuts. Anybody in the chat get anything today? Anybody do any online shopping? Because they try to replace it now with Cyber Monday, right? Is that this Monday that's coming?
No, Cyber Monday is not a replacement. It's an addition to Black Friday. So it's like if you didn't beat the doorbusters, we're going to still throw some stuff on sale. Not as the sale as the doorbuster Black Friday shopping, but on Monday is Cyber. But now every day is Cyber. And if you look at what they do this year, they make you sign up for like memberships. I don't know if you know Walmart has a membership, Target has a membership to where you could get the Black Friday prices like on Thursday or Wednesday or Tuesday of the week of Black Friday, and you could get your stuff shipped to you mad early.
I wonder how much stuff is marked because I remember when I worked at Toys R Us. You saw? Did you see my man's Kev's post? He said we need it for groceries. It was two up above it.
Yeah, but the groceries be the same price. That was my issue. Like why doesn't toilet paper, towel paper, toothpaste? Like, why is none of that stuff on sale for Black Friday? Because that's what I would go for.
The necessities. And we would all be in line for it.
We would rock up. I would rack up, bro. Mm-hmm. Rack up. You know? Yeah, she said she got some trash bags. You know, shout out to everybody out there. Man, I just wanted to know how Black Friday treat y'all. Everybody does it online. Because once Amazon took over, it messed the whole game up.
You know one of my favorite places to go on a Black Friday, though, for real?
Where's that?
A pawn shop. Pawn shops are already discounted places.
Are they really discounted?
Yeah. Well, if you know, so the ones that I go to,
because I feel like they be running games. See, I know game. Like game is game. Like so, I feel like if I went to a pawn shop, they would probably kick me out because I already know the markup game.
But all I do is do this. Now you just, hey man, you just told me that this shotgun was $275 used, and they got it on sale for Black Friday, $299 brand new. Like I think a used price should be more than $25
off. Yeah,
right. And so they'd be like, oh, you know what? Here we'll mark it down to $175 for you, big dog. Like, like I go to places like that where I can haggle a little bit. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting to get one of those professional cameras. It look like kind of like your stuff is so crystal clear, you know. Mm-hmm. And then if y'all have seen the shows where I do it with Matt, like. He uses a Nikon or Canon.
Those are mirrorless.
Professional.
Yeah.
So
that's the way to go now.
Like,
the mirrorless cameras. Yeah.
I've been looking. Sorry. And so when I went to the pawn shop, they had one from 2013. I think I want something a little bit newer than that, though. I don't know if that.
I mean, you ever bought a used car? It's kind of like the same difference. Like if you're gonna get a used car, you want to get the one less miles, no accidents. Bells and whistles. I think it goes in that order.
yeah, right.
Carfax report, least amount of miles, and bells and whistles. I know that's for me, you know. But if you could get it brand new, you go brand new. All right, Mike. Let's get to it, man. Listen, good news. Brock Purdy is throwing today.
All right, let's clap it up for Big Brock, baby.
So is it safe to say that he's going to be starting on Sunday night?
Sure, let's do it. Yep.
Okay, so we got Brock. Brock looked like he's going to be back. That's a good thing. You know, here's the practice report, though. He's throwing for real. I mean, he's not throwing for fake.
No, stop it, man. We've heard. Brock Purdy, the only person I ever heard reported that he was throwing towels. I've never heard that about another quarterback in my entire life. You remember when he first came back from the shoulder surgery? Right. They were like he was throwing towels on the side. Like I've never heard that before in my entire life. And then they said that he was doing warm-up throws on the side the past week. Right? I don't even know if he was actually throwing football. So I'm just saying, like, was he throwing for real? I wasn't trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, like in practice today, he was the starter, and Brandon Allen was the scout guy.
Wait. Brandon Allen was the scout.
So that means Josh
Isn't
Dobbs
the scout the third?
Hold up, man. That means Josh Dobbs. Yeah. Like, no, you asked a question. That means Josh Dobbs going to be backup quarterback this week?
That's what it sounded like to me.
That's what I got from it, too. I don't know if people overlooked that, but, you know, Matt Pearls, I don't know if you meant to put that out. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you your love, but are we wrong for interpreting that Josh Dobbs is QB2 if Brock Purdy is QB1?
I mean,
today Friday. They're not practicing tomorrow. They traveling.
I remember Kyle Shanahan going to the podium thanking Jimmy Garoppolo for preparing the team as the third quarterback, playing the scout role. I remember hearing that. So I thought the scout guy is supposed to be the third QB.
Yeah, because this doesn't make any sense because Josh Allen is Josh Dobbs, not Brandon Allen.
Wait, what'd I say? Wait, what?
So when you think of scout means the quarterback that's going to emulate the quarterback you're playing.
You say Dobbs should have been doing that.
Right. The Niners going to be fucked up.
So we just preparing to lose no matter how you look
Absolutely. This is an easy L. Straight up.
Okay.
So instead of practicing for the time again, they go, now why is
He be outsmarting himself all the time.
That's not even smart. There's nothing smart about it. How you gonna outsmart yourself? That's not even being smart. As much as I want Josh Dobbs to play, this is the 1 week Josh Dobbs needs to be the scout quarterback. Am I wrong?
Whoever has the bigger arm. Maybe. And
it's not even that.
Allen got some velocity.
I'm not even talking about the bigger arm. I think Brandon Allen has the bigger arm than Josh Dobbs. But we all know that you should be practicing against design runs. And that ain't Brandon Allen. And Josh Dobbs is a design run quarterback. You can run design runs, read option, RPO with Josh Dobbs. You're not doing that with Brandon Allen.
Right. Yeah.
So this defense is going to be. Now, do we blame Nick Sorensen or do we blame Kyle Shanahan?
I don't get me started. I don't know.
I'm just listen. You know what, Mike? We're not even gonna go there, man. Listen, Brock Purdy is throwing. Sounds like he's good to go. Good to go. But here are the players that probably won't play on the list below. That's ticking across the bottom of the screen. Mike, you want to start with number 1 on this list, or do you need to,
all right, 49ers practice report. All right, let's see what we got. Did not participate. Left guard, Aaron Banks, concussion. Left tackle, Trent Williams, heel, ankle. Defensive end, Nick Bosa, hip, oblique.
Now, he's been already ruled out.
Nick Bosa.
The face you just made.
Nick Bosa's already been ruled out?
Oh,
all right, Jordan Elliott, Diamador Lenore, and none of these people practiced.
No, but get back to the face that you just made. Now, for the first time, that's the face, because usually you make the face when I talk, but you made the face after you talked, and I gave you the update. But
I wish I saw the face I made, because that surprised me. I did not know that.
Yeah, he hasn't practiced all week either. So, he said that he was going to try to give go, but he's been ruled out.
All right.
So, no. I got to ask you a question. So, ruling out Nick Bosa on today or yesterday, whatever. Like, how does that make the Bills? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because
I wouldn't even have reported that shit. Like, I'd have just been like, did not participate. I'm not ruling him out this early. Like, whatever, man. Wave the white flag. It's tank season, bro.
It can't be a white flag. There's got to be some type of reverse psychology, though, right? Because when players are ruled out early against us, we tend to be lackadaisical against their backups. Now, Josh Allen did speak, and he did speak highly of Nick Bosa, but I think he thought he was playing, but he also spoke highly of his former teammate, Leonard Floyd. You think, Floyd will have a game? He did have 2 sacks last week. Is this a team? Because I don't think they have a good offensive line. They have a decent offensive line. It might be slightly better than ours, slightly.
But they have a happy-footed quarterback who can escape pressure and extend plays and all that. And he's a big body. He pushes some tacklers off of him, some would-be sackers off of him. And it depends on how the weather. Do we know what the weather's going to be yet?
It's supposed to be 2 feet of snow. Apparently, right now, I mean, that's the report that I got. Apparently, right now it's sunny, but it's supposed to be about 2 feet of snow.
All right. I don't know how to call it. I don't know how to call it. For as far as how effective Leonard Floyd is going to be, that's what you were asking me. I don't know how to call it.
Well, I'm going to ask you about everybody on this list, right? So let's start with Aaron Banks, right? So, I think Ben Barch came in. He replaced Aaron Banks. Now, do you think you go with Ben Barch again this week, or keep him as supplemental, and possibly if Aaron Banks isn't good to go, you go with Spencer Burford?
You go with whoever's been practicing in that position all week if he can't go.
Oh, for sure.
So
but
if you're telling me it was Barch.
I don't know if Barch practiced all week. No, not at that position. Not at that position. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just curious to know when.
Is Spencer Burford on the roster?
Yeah, he is. I just said, did you go Spencer Burford?
He need to get his ass back out there. Yeah.
Well, he did fill in when Aaron Banks went down a little earlier in the season. You got gifts from Jax, man. Jax is giving. She's in the gift. She's in the
giving mood.
That's not what I was trying to. Gift of giving. Oh. That's what I was trying to say. But you're right. It's the same thing. But thank you, Jax. Appreciate the gifts. And if you have been gifted by Jax, please put in here that you've been gifted so I can see it. I'm not watching it currently on YouTube because yeah. So.
But yeah, no. So back to Aaron.
The
Banks,
weather forecast. If you type in the weather forecast, it's supposed to snow till Tuesday. But I don't. That's what the weather forecast says. Advantage Niners.
It's gonna be so bad. What?
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, the one thing I think Niners.
Tell me how.
Because I think the Niners will play better in the snow than they will at Levi Stadium. Period. They suck in the heat. They lost the game in the heat, right? They lose games in the rain. But when the last time they lost in the snow? They beat Green Bay in the snow. They beat Green Bay in the snow. They beat the Patriots in the snow. They beat Green Bay under this regime, so that's the only game that matters. But the last time they came to the Northeast, they beat Tom Brady in the snow. Blizzard.
That was Colin Kaepernick. You talking about?
I'm just saying the last time the team. I know, and I'm right. But I said the last time we won.
You taking the trend? Okay, I see.
Yeah, but the last time we won and the snow was in Green Bay, it was 13-10,
mm-hmm.
and it was cold. It might have been colder in Green Bay than it is in Buffalo. That year.
You know what's weird about this whole thing is because it's face-off Friday, right? And I see the long litany of injuries down here, right? It's like, can we face off like team versus team now instead of like player versus player? Because when you look at all this stuff here, like
basically that's what we're essentially doing. That's why I said let's get some key matchups. Oops.
Has Trent Williams been ruled out?
He hasn't been ruled out, but he hasn't practiced all week, so I'm gonna rule him out.
He's still on the scooter. He's still rolling around it.
I mean, that's the issue, right? Like if you're on the scooter, scooter booter, like 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be walking by Sunday night. Maybe because it's Sunday night. Maybe Sunday day he wouldn't be walking, but maybe Sunday night. But do you risk? If it's snowing, do you risk putting him out there?
Were you mad at Jalen Moore?
No, I thought Jalen Moore had a good game.
Right. So I say.
But I don't think Jalen Moore will have. Jalen Moore's never had 2 consecutive good games. You knew I was coming with that though. Like so, I knew. But no. Let me be the first. He had a really good game. Number 1 rated offensive tackle in that game. Offensive lineman, excuse me, with an 81-point grade. And I thought on camera, like watching the game, he really looked good. There was like one time he probably had a little slip up, but other than that, he looked good. Okay. But the question is, can he put 2 consecutive games together? And I feel like when he has to start, and he knows he's the starter, opposed to like, oh, I got a feeling for Trent this today. If he could have that same mindset, then maybe he could put 2 games together.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I would still not rush back Trent Williams.
I agree.
So let him sit there and relax. You know what I mean?
Got a question from Mark, and I want you to answer. He says me, but you do the answering because my answers be all the way from left field. Breezy, how much did the training staff? Ooh, Mark, where do you come from, bro? Like, this is a dope question, and we don't even talk about how our whole training, like the leader of the training, like didn't the training staff go to different team or something like that, like the beginning of the season, but before the beginning of the season, we lost head trainer, something like that.
I thought it was just the one person though.
Might have been, but if he was the head of it, that's it. Like that, that takes the cake because now you're getting a different philosophy from a different person in charge. Yeah. And didn't the same thing happen in 2020? Injuries. I see where you're going with this, Mark.
Listen, Mark, I wish, you know what I wish? I wish our record wasn't what it was, and so I could see what this injury report would be this week. I know that sounds bad, right?
No,
but
that
I feel
doesn't.
Like when teams tap out, that they all of a sudden every little nook and cranny hurts now. My toe hurts, my knee hurts.
That's fair.
I was trying to play through this oblique thing, but I'm just not going to do it because right now it don't even look like we're going to make the playoffs. Like, even though we only a game and a half out of first place in the division, so like it's. I wish we had a better record so I could really give you my honest opinion or assessment. But it is possible.
Just based off of injury, though, Mike. Like, do you think the training staff got a lot of injuries? I know what you're saying, but still got a lot of injuries.
And who do we replace them with?
Doesn't even matter. He sucks.
Guys are hurt. And
that's why I said to you, like, in the grand scheme of everything, this on Kyle Shanahan. Because he chose this. This is his plan. He selected it. You get what I'm saying? But what if he didn't expect it to take this long to get in sync? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, like my training staff, whatever. That's one thing. Dang, my coordinator, he just can't win for losing, right? Like, literally, we give him a lead, and he calls the wrong defensive play or has the wrong personnel out there. They give up an explosive play. Boom, we lose the game. That happened at least 3 times. The other times it was on the offense. like, you know what I mean? I think one time it was on special teams. But, like, I was watching the Bears game yesterday, and you know what's pissing me off? How many times they said that the Bears should have been 7-4 opposed to 4-7 or whatever their record is, because they're mismanaged, blah 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 blah, and they was giving them all these excuses saying, "Oh yeah, they're a good team." They're not a good team. They're not. They got good players, but they're not a good team. But when we don't ever talk about how the Niners should be 8 and what's our record? 9-2 or 8-3 or whatever. Like, right?
Right.
And we're the same. We're in the same boat. We're a little bit better than them. We're at 500, but just think about it. They don't got as many players injured.
But to the commentators' credit, they're blaming coaching. No one's going to blame coaching in this building. So that's why they're not going to say.
They only blame the coaching at the very end of the game, and I think Caleb Williams got his coach fired, yo. Because Caleb Williams said he changed the play call, and that's why that happened. Eberflus does the interview this morning, and he's fired mid-morning.
Oh, he got fired today?
Yeah.
I thought you was predicting it. I didn't know that.
No, man. The brother came out with a game plan on how to bounce back, and then they fired him.
Well, shit. All right, then. Damn, talk about Black Friday. I thought it was called Black Monday in the NFL. That's crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying. Nobody's blaming the coach, but, like, overall in the grand scheme, we do know that the head coach put all this together. So, like, it's on him.
Do you think Kyle losing so much of his coaching staff is the reason why he refused to change schemes?
I think so, because wouldn't that be harder if you don't have those coaches in on, like, learning the scheme? It's like rebuilding, or it's like restarting from scratch.
Right. So he don't want to change the scheme because let's just keep it where it is because we lost so many people. Instead of new guys, new faces, new schemes.
I'm glad we're able to have this grown-up conversation because I don't think we've ever sat here and really, like, talked about that. And it's just a could be. It's a if. Could be. Might not be it. Kyle still struggles at adjusting. But we do see adjustments made within game. At least we have been.
I bet you won't nobody get poached off of this coaching staff this season.
That might be a good thing for the Niners because you bring everybody back except for special teams coach.
Sorry.
No, or maybe they get in sync. Because remember that year? Is it the year we went to the Super Bowl? Oh, it been last year. Felt like it was the year prior. Was it DeMeco Ryan's first year as coordinator or the second? I can't remember. But remember the first few games? Like our team just was out of sync. Like, but it was because of the coach. Like the coaches were new. Like new coach here. First year coordinating here, new this coach, and they were just trying to figure stuff out, and they finally got on the same page.
Right.
And then we start putting the wins together. Yeah. I just think maybe it could be taking an extra long while right now.
Very long.
Mike, let's get to this game, man. And you said you wanted to look at it from a team perspective, but we have to.
Well, like, what's the plan of attack here? So you got banged up offensive line. You got at least 2 starters in your offensive line out. The center is not starting worthy.
The easiest thing, Mike, you say plan of attack is run the ball. Like, it has to be the plan of attack, no matter if they take it away or not. Why? Because your offensive linemen, it'd be better if they come out as the aggressors. Now, can they? That's a different question. But usually offensive linemen want to set the tone. Usually you set the tone by running the ball. If you drop back and pass, you're opening up for mistakes.
So you expect them, or do you want them to come out running the ball aggressively?
I expect and want. Like this has to be a game where they set the tone, right? Like it has to be. Bad weather, road game. I mean,
they coming off a bye week, so you want to we should expect that, right?
Right, but I know we might not get
Kyle ain't throwing the ball until the third drive. I mean, running the ball to the third drive.
Okay, that's fair.
Now, but because I feel like that's kind of been what we've been seeing this year. It's like every game plan we expect the Niners to go out and try to execute, it's almost like they do the opposite. It's like because we all expecting this is what the Niners do well. This is the Niners game, right? Like all the dink and dunk across the middle stuff, teams taking that away. So we got to throw it deep, right? And that's why the yak yards are down, everything. Like we only running the ball with Christian. We finally got Christian McCaffrey back, 12 carries. It's like what? Where? Why? Like it just seems to constantly be the opposite of what we're expecting as of late. And so now I'm sitting here like, yo, is Kyle gonna look at this snow game and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna air this whole out the whole game? Like, is Brock Purdy gonna throw the ball 32 times, coming back with a bad shoulder? Bad shoulder, y'all ain't expecting him to throw. Bad weather, y'all not expecting us to throw. Bad offensive line, y'all not expecting us to drop back and protect. Ta-da! Watch us throw the ball all over the field now. That would be the biggest like outsmarting yourself ever. And I don't put it past Kyle now. I don't know what to expect of the coach. I don't know what to expect of the players anymore. Because you're right, that should be the game plan. Let's go out here and run the ball down their throats. Let's take some time off the clock. Keep this team coming off a bye week at home with all the momentum on their side. Let's keep them cold and on the sidelines. That should be the game plan. Run the ball, eat time off the clock. It's so obvious, I feel like it might not be the plan.
I think it's the plan, but I think when Brock gets up to the quarterback gets up to the line and he counts 7 people, 8 people in the box, there's no creativity or whatever to the run game. We're gonna either run it up the middle, which you can't when it's 8 in the box, or take your chances and halfback crack toss to the right or to the left. There's no Trent Williams out there, and so you're gonna run it to the right because that's where you feel like you're strongest. And then it's played right. Like I've watched teams just take away the outside zone, and so like maybe Kyle just I don't want to say that that's not part of his game plan as far as like getting back to the basics. We're an outside zone team, but maybe you just got to get gritty this week because of the weather. Maybe the weather forces Kyle to not do the unexpected. Maybe it forces him to run the ball. Maybe we get more Jordan Mason. Maybe we, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I get what you're saying, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I totally get what you're saying. Mike, Jax wants to know what our record is on the road. It's not a winning one, I can tell you that. What are we, 5-5? So would that make us 2-3?
49ers this year, home and away. Here we go. 49ers on the road. We are 2-3 on the road.
That's
We're 3-3 at home.
I mean, at least we we don't really have a winning record at home. We're tied.
We on a 2-game losing streak.
And you would think, and Sean McDermott has not lost coming off of a bye week since 1976.
Shut up. He don't got one of them crazy records too, do he? Don't play. Don't do that.
Oh, hold on. Let me check.
Don't do that. That's going to make me cry. Like, give me it.
You know I'm about to check. Hold on. Because you know
that's
I got the
all right.
iPhone.
All right, so while you do that, and then defensively, right? Like, I kind of need the 49ers defense to be a question mark. Don't know who to target. And everybody just like really show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is the Niners don't know who's going to be out there for them. Mooney didn't play last week, even though he practiced. He's not on the injury report, but he was on the injury report before, and he didn't play.
Wait a minute, bro. This motherfucker undefeated coming off the bye week. Yo, 2017 beat the Bucks. 2018 beat the Jags. 2019, I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It just blew my mind.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, because I don't want you to forget what you were saying. Because I wanted to comment on what you were saying. 2019 beat the Dolphins. 2020 beat the Chargers. 2021 beat the Dolphins again. 2022 beat the Packers. 2023 beat the Chiefs, which was last year. I didn't even know they beat the Chiefs last year. That's why they beat them again this year.
Regular season,
and then losing the playoffs. Yeah. Thank you. And then 2024 beat the 49ers.
Wow. Well then,
does Sean McDermott remain undefeated?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. I will not mislead my people. I will not be the reason that these people are disappointed. But no, all I was saying was we need the Niners defensive players to step up big time because Mooney didn't play. Charvarius Ward didn't play last week, and he wasn't on any injury reports at all.
Yeah, well, he didn't. Well, he still has to get back into football, mental, whatever. You got to give him time. At the end of the day, he gets time.
Deommodore Lenoir may not play.
He may not play. He hasn't practiced all week.
Right. So that's two starting corners that may not be playing. You have your left defensive end missing in action. Fred Warner just exposed himself playing on a fractured ankle. I mean, like this defense is.
Yeah, ask me if I care about any of that. Like this defense needs to show up. Period.
You think they will?
They have to.
In bad weather. Bad weather help our defense?
It could.
It does, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
But that also means it help their defense.
Not necessarily.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear
I don't think their defense is better than our defense. I think their defense got some key pieces. When you look at some players on their defense, I mean, you got to go Greg Russo out there on the edge, Von Miller in rotation, AJ Epineza out there as the other edge. They got the young kid out there on the edge. I can't remember his name that I like coming out of college. So they got some pieces. They got Ed Oliver up the middle, which is why I don't think running up the middle might suffice for the 49ers. You might be able to take the outside zone run, but it's crazy because their defense and the secondary, as great as their secondary has been in our careers of watching Buffalo, maybe just it's not the weakest, but they mid. But they got good pieces. The question is like, how do you attack their defense? And it's gonna be you have to have a competent Bronc, and you got to take advantage of what the defense is. You got to take what the defense is giving you. If they're telling you to run outside because they're clogging the middle, you run outside, and vice versa. Quick throw game. This could be a quick throw. You might not like the throws, but this could be a good Ricky Pearsall game. You don't need him routing up everybody. Put his ass in the slot. Let him get quickly open and let Brock get the ball out of his hand. He got the best hands on the team.
So, all right. So let me ask you this then. Speaking of Ricky Pearsall, is he doing kick returns, special teams?
I don't think so because you got Jacob Cowan back. So now that relieves him. Remember last week he had to do that. So that took him out of the offensive reps. Now he can get back to his offensive reps. Usually when you're on the special teams, that's your role. You know what I'm saying? Usually. They're not going to put you on that role and then put you in the offensive role. You're going to play offense, but your focus, your job this week, your role this week, his role last week was special teams. They didn't put too much on his plate. Doesn't mean he couldn't have ran a route and caught a ball. It's just what it was. This week would be different. You get Jacob Cowan back. He goes back to special teams. Ricky Pearsall goes back to being the slot receiver.
How many turnovers special teams
Mike, don't ask
have
me
this week? Okay.
How many turnovers did they get or do they have? Like, do they give up?
Give up.
None.
I love you.
No, you don't. Because you want me to say that Jacob Cowan is going to fumble the ball. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I don't care who it is. I didn't put a name on no, but I just said special teams. Special teams going to cost us a ball at one point.
No, not this game. I don't think they do it in this game. Okay. They gave us one game this season where they didn't mess up in that way.
That was the best special teams game of the year. We was like, look, they did decent. Like, they just didn't fuck up. We celebrated that. I remember. I don't even remember what game it was, but we celebrated that special teams didn't cost us a possession for the first time all year long.
Bro, it was worth the celebration, Mike.
It shouldn't have been. And that's kind of my issue, man. It's all good. You honestly, how you feeling going into this game? Like, give me a percentage that you think the Niners got a chance. I'm not asking you if you think they're going to win or not. You think they got a chance for real?
I think it's 40, I think it's 40-60 right now. They got a 40% chance of winning.
On them having a chance, not of winning. I'm talking about of having, like, because right now I don't even have us competing. I'll be honest with you. This team looks defeated to me. I don't even have us competing. They didn't show up last week. They didn't show up. That team, while we didn't have our starting quarterback and a lot of other players, the team didn't show up to me. That wasn't the standard.
Like you, so from the beginning, you saying that the team didn't show up, and like the defense they just got bullied. You got guys couldn't fight off blocks, guys couldn't shed blocks, guys missing tackles. So yeah, I get it, but don't you think they try to erase that memory by having a game where they show up?
I would hope.
I mean,
they can't tackle dry people. It's gonna be snowing and wet.
Snow is a little different than rain. Like it's different. A little
Your hands
different.
hurt more in the snow.
Yeah, because they're colder, and guys ain't gonna want to get hit as much. So when you hit a person, it's more likely that ball might pop out. Josh Allen does have some good old fumbles on the season too. So this weather could hurt him. Because he's going to probably have to run. I'm expecting the Niners defense to come out, take away James Cook. That's what I'm expecting. And Ray Davis. And I think Ray Davis is more of a threat than James Cook if the Niners simply, like, don't get strong up the middle. They're going to have to figure that out. But this game, I mean, the weather definitely could play a role. It's definitely not in the favor of the Niners. I was just playing. It's definitely in the favor of the Buffalo Bills. This is their home. This is their weather. They're used to playing like this. The question is the rookie Keon Coleman used to playing like this? Like, because this is his first game.
He's having a terrible year, man. He's not doing good. I wanted more.
Well, he's coming back off of an injury. Hopefully he plays this week.
I hope they put him in the lineup too, actually.
But yeah, me too. Because this would be the week.
Yeah. I hope he's in the lineup. Niners may not have either starting corner. This would be.
Well, I think Ward will be playing. He'll be starting. Ward is practicing.
Think so?
Yeah, he's full go this week. Well, he's a full go this week. He practiced last week, but he's a full go this week. It's a big difference.
All right. Okay.
So
that's all
we'll
I
have
got,
Ward. And there's a possibility Demo gets out there, right? It's a possibility. I don't know. Knock knees with the player in the other game. You saw him get hurt. You saw him go down. Looked like it hurt, but he played the rest of the game.
I saw him walk off the field. I saw him come back a couple plays later. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't quite understand. So I don't know, man.
All right, what's the biggest thing the Niners like have to do in order to win this game? You're going to pick one thing too. Because I know it's several, but what's the most important thing you feel like they have to do?
That's low hanging fruit. I'm not gonna say that word. How about this? Third downs.
Okay.
Third downs. I need the team to be effective on both sides of the ball on third downs. That's what I want to see. I want to see the team. You don't have to be 100%, but give me 50% conversion rate on third downs on the offense and on the defense. That'll be enough. Give us a chance. That's what I want to see. I feel like we get dominated on third downs on both sides of the ball. I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know what it was last week.
It wasn't bad. It was like almost under, slightly, I think 8 for 13 maybe last week.
So last week on third down, the 40. That's player stats. My bad. I need to.
So last week on third down, the 49ers were. Oh no, we were bad. We were 3
of 10.
So that's 30%.
And they were 6 of 13. They were just under 30%. I mean 50%. We were 30%. Like, come on, man. And they converted a fourth down on us.
Yeah, but
a lot of that, 2
but a lot of that has
down.
to do with like time possession, when you get the ball, what they know you doing. Like when they know you throwing, they play pass. So a lot of that was those third downs. But you're right. Niners got to be better.
This shit look like a joke, bro. I'm looking at these
like
numbers.
if we let them go 6 for 13, the Niners should have at least went 5 for 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then it averages out. It evens itself out.
Bro, we were just bad. We had an interception. We had 2 lost fumbles. We had a whole I forgot that game. I want to go. All right. We had a whole bunch of yards and penalties.
So you don't think there's a shot for the Niners to win unless they're better? They got to
convert third downs.
They got to convert third downs offensively, and they got to get off the field.
Yes.
So you gave me like an offensive, defensive type of thing, but you put it together with all the third downs. I like that.
Yep. I'm cheating.
No, not really. I think, okay, I'll do the same thing. I'll focus on red zone. Like the Niners defense can't give up touchdowns in the red zone. And the offense got to score touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, listen, this is a game on the road with weather that may be snowy or whatever in the forecast, and I know, but do you really want to trot your kicker out there who's struggling, making kicks in the snow blizzard? I mean, you're going to have to. And I'm hoping if the Niners get into a position to where they can't convert on a third down, but they're in the field goal red zone, I'm hoping they're finding ways to score these touchdowns. It would be really dope if the Niners, for the first time this season, put pressure on the other team to kind of like match what the Niners do. It would be dope. And I know that's an easy thing. Well, it's not easy because the Niners did, even though the Niners went 100% last week, we also know that's 1 for 1, and they still rank the bottom 4 of the league in red zone percentage, right? Scoring touchdowns. So if they could find ways to score in the red zone, I mean, this is one of those weeks you want them to just score points, period, because you're on the road. Mm-hmm. But, man, if the offense can help the defense and the defense can play complementary football,
okay,
then special teams may be able to get away with one little mess up. One. They only get one.
Okay.
But the defense has to complement the offense. And when you playing a guy like Josh Allen, who's my number 1 dangerous player of the week, biggest threat of the week, because of his size, because of his speed, because of his grit, because they literally do design runs. When the last time we played a quarterback that get design runs? Kyler Murray? Mm-hmm. And he different. Whole different build.
Right.
Now you talk about big quarterback coming up the middle.
Right. And not afraid of contact.
Not afraid of the contact. So this is where I need
them little boys in the secondary.
This is where I need Malik Mustafa to not, like, you can't slip up. No, hear me out. You can't slip and say, oh, he a quarterback. No, motherfucker. If he run, he a running back.
Yeah. Jair Brown too. Y'all better wake the fuck up.
Yes. But I'm just saying, we know Malik be with the big hits. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But we also saw Malik ease up on a quarterback this year because he's a quarterback.
Because he was a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm hoping that was his one moment. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to get about, what, maybe 3-4 design runs. I ain't talking about the defense edge not containing and he breaks the pocket or there's not a spy in the middle of the field and he takes off running because he's smart. Let's not act like Josh Allen isn't a smart QB. He's very competent out there. But he makes mistakes, Mike. And if you could take advantage and force him to make mistakes, and I'm not talking throwing interceptions. I'm talking about making mistakes like fumbling the ball, not sliding, doing those little bitty things. Hit this motherfucker as hard as you can. Make him not want to run again. Can the Niners defense get back to that? They're supposed to be a violent D. Oh, they're supposed to play violent. Have you seen any violent play from the San Francisco 49ers defense?
After the second week, no.
Dang.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, since I left you, without a dope beat, the step two, the step two, the step two. Hey. So no chance this week, huh? We just being real.
Not for me. The injuries are just too much, man. I mean, like I said, only Niner fans would be like, yeah, look at all these injuries. We still got a shot. Like, if we were going up against anybody, the Chiefs had this many injuries, even with Patrick Mahomes. They might be the only team where they'd be like, they still got Mahomes, so they got a shot, right? They might be the only team that we feel that way.
But with Brock playing, All right, what's the biggest injuries right now? Trent, if
Well,
he doesn't
you
play.
looking at the injury report. I'm still considering things like no
That's what I'm
Brandon
asking.
Ayuk being out there.
Oh,
You
that's
know what I'm
huge.
saying? Like I'm
That's
still looking at the trickle down effect and what that does to the rest of this offense. Now
got you.
we have to depend on a rookie wide receiver who isn't the best, doesn't get the most separation. You know what I'm saying?
No, that makes perfect sense, bro.
Trent not be the whole left side of the offensive line is about to be out. Trent and Banks, the whole left side, right? And then the center's been the worst offensive lineman the whole season. So now that means 3/5 of your offensive line just not starter level according to our own in-house standards. Boom, just like that, right? Now you got Debo and the rookie wide receiver out there. Now Jennings, this is a Jennings type of game. I'll be honest with you. This game got Jennings' name written all over it, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens, right? Brock Purdy's been off all year, bad arm, like coming back from. We don't even know what the injury was. Just couldn't play. We don't even know. MRI said nothing. Like we don't even know. Just his arm, dead arm.
Just shoulder soreness. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Right. So now he's coming back. How long is that going to last? We don't know if he's going to make the whole duration of the game or not. Right. Then you flip it to the defensive side of the ball. You have the best defensive player in the NFL not available. Just gone. Now you're dependent on backups. The players that you had next to him that were supposed to be the fifth highest paid defensive tackle in Hargrave, not there. Like, it's so many pieces just not there for this team. You're going to be missing one of your starting corners, at least one. At least one.
So you're missing a start. The 49ers are missing a starting corner. They may be missing a starting corner. We don't know if he's been ruled out, but hasn't practiced all week. So we talk about Deommodore Lenoir. Travarius Ward should be good to go in this game. So that's what Mike's talking about as far as the corners. It's a young safety group out there. Maybe Tashawn Gibson gets some reps this week. Maybe he doesn't. And then on the other level, you're still missing Greenlaw. That's one of the biggest key pieces, right? Like, he's back at practice. That doesn't mean he's going to be made or activated to the 53. And if he is activated to the 53, ain't no way you putting Dre Greenlaw out there on the football field in this weather, right?
In the snow.
It wouldn't make sense. It makes Kyle sense, but it wouldn't make sense to the normal person, right? Then on the front, nobody likes Hargrave. I get it. He's not worth the money they paid for him. But he's a key piece missing, bro.
He is.
And then you flipped it to the offensive side. So it's a lot of key pieces, man. You like the Brandon Ayuk probably being the biggest. Trent Williams, if he doesn't play, probably be the biggest key piece. But Brandon Ayuk, as far as what your offense can do and how it operates. And it's you know what's crazy, Mike? It's like every time one of the fives are missing, the offense can't operate. It don't matter if it's Debo not out there, offense can't operate. If Christian McCaffrey, now it's different though, because if Christian McCaffrey's out there, we were able to run the ball. But we couldn't score in the red zone. George Kittle not out there, offense can't operate. Run game doesn't work. You don't got the run blocker down here, right? Brandon Ayuk not out there, doesn't be able to stretch the field like other wide receivers does. And it just makes the game tougher for these receivers to create any type of separation, find holes in the zone. It's so weird. Who am I missing? I said 5. And when Brock Purdy not out there, you're just on a wing and a prayer.
Kittle, like it's
I want people to be honest, though. The people that are watching this show, we got over 180 people watching this show. And be honest. Can the 49ers win this game? Not will they. Do you believe that the 49ers can find a way to get this win on the road? Bearing injury. Mike makes a great point. Peachy says nope. Nope. I don't know, man. I'm not even going on. Not saying I'm not going out on faith. It's tough. It's definitely a tough hill. Definitely a tough hill. It's gonna be tough. I'm not even fronting. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough, man. But
well, Mike, I hope your Thanksgiving was amazing,
for the
bro.
whole ride.
Yeah, they're saying no bad weather. You're saying no bad weather. Whatever, man. Whatever the weather has, whatever happens on Sunday night, happens on Sunday night. And I'm actually here for it, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait to see how it pans out. You know, and a lot of people are saying no excuse for calling the organization. Getting dumb penalty. We didn't even talk about the penalty. I kind of erased the game of penalties. Like, new game, clean slate, try it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now we're going to be out there with possibly more guys that'll probably get penalties because they're not used to being out there on the offensive line. So, Mike, you're right, man. It's gonna be tough. Lake City's is not a chance.
Oh, and I forgot also, you have who has been one of your best offensive linemen coming off of his worst game, and Dominic Pooney.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned the penalties. Like it's so much to try to overcome this late in the season while teams are getting into playoff mode and starting to ramp things up. Here we are hoping to look like, we look like a competent team. We just trending in the wrong direction at the wrong time.
Yeah, it's a tough hill to climb for sure. You know what I mean? Tough hill to climb, 1,000% sure. Tough hill. Well, let's see what the 49ers do. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see it. Kyle Shanahan, I believe, is going live now. Let's hear what he has to say. Who's going to be ruled in and ruled out. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the BAM Show. Mike, close us out so we can go home, enjoy y'all weekend, and let's find a way to win.
There you go. Happy holidays, y'all. No, live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is the BAM Show.